Welcome, everyone, to another exciting episode of Supernatural Girls. I'm your host, Patricia Baker. I am here with my lovely co host, PK, and our guest tonight. Oh my God, our favorite,
For sure.
Lon DuQuette. We're going to bring him on in a few minutes, but we have to chat a little bit, right? PK, what's going on with the numbers?
Well, I'll tell you, I've taken a look at everything, and this is a 7 universal month, which is all about our spirituality, secrets being made known, things being brought to the surface. And I figured that's all I need to tell you because Lon's going to take over. I think that's the way
He
it's going.
is, he is. But
Yes,
first I have to give our affirmation of the night, right? You
that's true.
know, we've been talking about abstract affirmations and the power within. So here is one for this evening. The emergency is over. I feel peace and receive health and wealth. So there it is. The emergency is over. I feel peace, health, and wealth.
Sounds delightful.
Yes, several
Definitely.
parts there. Several
Mhm.
parts.
And
So,
it just fits in with what everything that we're doing and everything that's going on right now.
yes, yes, it addresses a lot of our concerns all at once. So, let me tell you a little bit about this guy here on the screen with us.
Yes.
We call him the master, and he is.
Mhm.
Lon Milo DuQuette. He is an American writer, the author of 21 critically acclaimed books, translated in 12 languages. He is one of the most respected and entertaining writers in the field of the Western mystery traditions. He is also a gifted singer songwriter and recording artist whose career has spanned nearly 6 decades. He is an internationally recognized authority on tarot, Kabbalah, and Western ceremonial magic. He is an expert on the life and mystical writings of Aleister Crowley, and for the last 50 years has been a national and international governing officer of Crowley's magical order, Ordo Templi, I'm not saying that right, but I'll be corrected, Orientis. He takes his work seriously. Yes, he does, but he tries not to take himself too seriously. This combination of self effacing, almost avuncular humor and his talent for making the most complex esoteric concepts easily digestible has, for the last 38 years, earned him a respected position in the fields of Western esotericism. He is the author of a new book. It's the best-selling book. It is called Young Aleister Crowley, The Magician's Revolt. It is a fabulous book. You guys got to get it. If you haven't already, and even if you've got one for yourself, get one for a friend. It is a terrific book. Now, Lon lives in Sacramento, California with his wife of 58 years. Who stays together that long? Only Lon and Constance. Artist Constance Jean DuQuette, a lovely, lovely, beautiful lady. So now, Lon, welcome. You asked me to read this, and I think it's a wonderful way to introduce what's going on in your life, right?
Right. You're right.
Okay. All right. So
Well,
I'm going
Good
to read
idea.
this.
I wish I believed all that stuff.
No,
the point is,
well,
we
we do. Yes.
I'd really be a great guy.
Well, you
don't.
are. You're the
You
master.
Yes.
What could be better? My goodness, me. Okay, so this is from Lon. He asked me to read it. I'm Lon Milo DuQuette, and for the last 50 years or so, I've made a serious study of the life and teaching of the English occultist Aleister Crowley, who died in 1947 at the age of 72. Crowley has been vilified in gutter press as a black magician and the wickedest man in the world, and even a cannibal. He was also one of the most brilliant and interesting characters of the 20th century. Among his other distinctions, he was a prolific writer, an acclaimed poet, a record breaking mountaineer, a chess master, British intelligence agent, theatrical producer, even a pornographer. My God, what else could he possibly do? Later in life, he would also seriously claim the title The Beast, 666, and he was hailed by followers as the prophet of a new eon in human consciousness. I have studied the life and works of this colorful character for over 50 years, and since 1991 have written a number of textbooks about Crowley's magical teachings and philosophy, serious stuff. Books I'm really proud of and hope are serving as helpful adjuncts to the field of modern spiritual movements. But now, after half a century of living and working with Crowley's ghost, I have been given the opportunity to do something fun. I was asked by film producer Jim Brakowski to write a novel that can serve as the treatment for a feature film or television series. He didn't want a potted biography or another one of my magical textbooks, but a fantasy about young Aleister Crowley, the overly energetic, somewhat naive genius just starting his career as a magician. A story full of real magical operations and wonders, and populated by some of the most celebrated historic personages of the day, some of whom actually did play important roles in Crowley's real-life magical adventures. Young Aleister Crowley is novel. It's a magical and esoteric story, but it's also a humorously terrifying amusement that can be enjoyed by a much broader audience that is usually interested in such cryptic subjects. I hope you will enjoy reading or listening to it, because now it's available on audio, as much as I've enjoyed writing it. Lon, we're so glad you're here. Welcome to the show.
I couldn't have said that better myself.
Yeah, really, huh?
And thank you for having me on. And it's well timed because the book was just officially released on the 6th of this month, 6/6/26.
Wow. That is timely indeed. And it's selling extremely well. I know you hit #1 in a number of categories when it came out, and it's still going. It's really going well on Amazon and selling other places.
Well,
terrific book.
The audio version really surprised me because, I'm just happy that the narrator in an audio version, because I've heard them in my, textbook kind of books, and they're fine. Okay. And I appreciate it, and they do a good job, better than I could do. But this is a novel, and I wasn't prepared for it to actually be dramatized. It's almost like an old-fashioned radio drama, because
That's fabulous. Yeah.
The narrator is just so wonderful. And so, yeah, I sat down and listened to the whole thing. It's such a narcissistic thing to do. Just to sit down and
Well,
listen.
you have to check it, make sure it's all right.
Anyway, check the audio book. If you're ever on a 4-hour drive, you'll just absolutely love it.
Sounds fabulous.
It's great. And you know what? I know you guys, you and Jim, because you have to mention Jim is very much involved in this book too,
yeah.
Jim Brakowski. He also did our intro. That magic was his. And so we're very grateful to Jim with all his creativity. This is something new for you, even though you've written another kind of a fiction book, but nothing like this. This is really exciting, huh?
Well, better than anybody that we've been doing this for 20 years, 25 years. It started with Jim asking me to write a screenplay that he was confident he could find a film company who would produce it.
Right.
A script about Aleister Crowley, a fantasy
Mhm.
fictional script about Aleister Crowley. And I've never written anything like that before. And so I told him no, because I'm lazy. And, and you know, it sounded like hard work. And, you know, I never volunteer for hard work. And, but he was insistent that that I could do it. And I told him, you know, I don't even know how to format, you know, a proper screenplay. And he said, I'll buy you the screenwriting program called Final Draft. Okay.
Yeah,
And
that's the standard. Sure.
and he says, and I'll walk you through it. And I'll, you know, when you go off in directions that aren't cinematic, you know, I'll help you write it, you know. And so I said, no. And he said, well, I'll pay you. And I said, well, when do I start? And so I get the Final Draft program, and I don't know if you've ever used it.
Oh, yeah, I have it.
It is, in about 10 minutes, you have all the little shortcut keystrokes that all you have to do is think it in your brain and write it out, and it formats it just in perfect screenplay script
Format.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it truly, it was like magic, because after just a few hours working with it, all I had to do was just think. I could close my eyes and just think and write stuff out. And it was so intuitive.
Mm.
It was a wonderful program. And with Patricia's help, we what seemed like almost immediately found interest in the thing. And so for the last 25 years or so, we've been getting that close to actually making it happen, and then wait another 10 years and then come to that to
but it's happening. You know, this is what's so exciting is you have a best-selling book. You've got an audiobook that's beloved. I mean, people are just loving it because it is so enjoyable to listen to the dramatization of the story. It's done so well. And it's got a super wide audience. I mean, this isn't just for adults interested in mysticism and Aleister Crowley and, you know, old-time England. This is a young adult book also. Young adult audience is loving this. So it's just a wide range of people that are eating this up. So that's why I had to have you back. And PK and I were talking about it, even though we had you earlier on in the year talking about the book. Now that it's actually available for sale and it's doing so very well, we had to have you on the show again. And there's so much to Aleister Crowley, and you did make changes in this book because it is a fantasy. But tell us, in the book, were there things that you just felt you couldn't change about him, that you had to keep solid for who he was?
Yeah, because the narrative of his life, especially the little period that we cover in the book, was so interesting, and the people in his life that he interacted with, both magically and just socially, are like luminaries of the period. So there were lots of things, and from a magical perspective, there was a very famous magician's revolt of the luminaries of the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, which Crowley joined right at the time where he could be the catalyst that completely blew the whole thing up.
For sure.
And these people in the occult community, all of the characters around Crowley were the published occult authors of the times. They were poets like W.B. Yeats. We've got Bram Stoker in there. I more or less threw Bram Stoker in because it was rumored that, but he made a perfect character. But Annie Horniman and Maud Gonne and Florence Farr, who was like the most famous stage actress in the world, all did interface with Crowley, but they've become like caricatures in the mind of modern occultists. They're like little mini gods, in everybody's imagination. So they're already caricatures. And of course, Crowley's the biggest caricature of all.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, for sure.
And we know that Crowley is going to grow up to be this incredibly vilified and controversial character. But to think about him as more or less a naive, innocent youngster, what's going to turn him into this great master, misunderstood master magician, in the years to follow. It's just ripe with fun.
And it's great in terms of, when I think of it as a film project or a television series, the roles are really fun to play. I mean, these are great roles for, actors that just know how to make this come to life. And we do have a couple of producers very interested in this book. So I cannot wait to see this on the big screen. Yes. Or the little screen. Television works too. But there's also, you have it set up where it could be either one. It could be a feature film or it could be a streaming series.
Right.
Because there's other places to take this. He has a long life. So you could take it all the way through.
Right. And as you well know, Jim and I have already completed what could be the pilot and 3 episodes. Okay, if it went into an episodic thing. So Jim and I, with the help of another writer, Win. Okay, I want to say Win Westcott, but he passed away right when we were writing it.
Yes, that was really sad. Yeah.
And but anyway, we worked hard. My wife Constance has never enjoyed me writing something as much as she's enjoyed eavesdropping on,
No kidding.
on Jim and I on the telephone. Hammering.
Endlessly entertaining.
And more than anything else, she would like to see something really good happen with this, because she knows how much Jim and I just reveled in creating it. So who knows? In the story, the story actually reads almost like a screenplay itself.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah. And because we've got modern characters, well, I don't want to give everything away, but
Well, then tell us, who do you think would be a great actor to play Aleister?
Oh, gee. You know, I, I don't know, because it's a great part for a young, brilliant, up and coming British actor,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just not, totally, familiar with the stable of actors that might be available. But in my mind, um, uh, of course, we were toying with Johnny Depp for a long time, but for a long time, at the very beginning, Alan Rickman.
Oh, yeah.
Alan Rickman, way back when, what
Way
20 years?
back.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved Alan Rickman. He was the best. Yep.
He would have been perfect.
Yes.
And he would have been the right age. And and he was interested in, and that looked really good. Boy, we were excited when we heard that.
Yes,
but-
it's too bad.
But
Time passed and he passed.
if Alan Cumming were just 10 years younger,
Ah,
he would make a perfect Aleister Crowley. He could chew the scenery as a young Aleister Crowley. And if
that's
not,
great.
I still see him maybe playing Dinky,
Oh, okay.
one of Crowley's friends. But we'll have to see. There's several parts that for actresses that would just be juicy parts.
Well, I
but
think
anyway,
that's all great because I live to get to the end of every day and like sit back and lie back in my easy chair and find something to watch, right? It is so challenging. I'm like, who buys this stuff and puts it on TV in front of us? Please, God, help us. This stuff that I've been seeing, it just doesn't cut it. I would pay money, even though I already pay Comcast like an arm and a leg. I would pay an additional fee to see this on television because I know it would be great. And again, the appeal is so wide. Now tell me, what do you think is so appealing about Aleister Crowley's early life to young adults?
First of all, the time period he was in today's public, they're in love with that Edwardian English period.
Mm-hmm.
They're absolutely in love with it. And then he's a young, handsome, omnisexual poet genius, audacious guy, brilliant, witty, but almost overly naive in his like spiritual aspirations. He's just the perfect character for people that like Downton Abbey or any of the mysteries,
Yeah.
the same time
Right.
period as Miss Scarlet, and it's the same time period as it's Sherlock Holmes time,
Mm-hmm.
and which is, it's kind of funny. I've been this is kind of a detour here, but my father's mother, who died before I was born, never knew my grandmother, but her father, she always told my father that her father was a famous detective. Okay. In 1880s, 90s, and around 1900. Famous detective. And I always thought, my dad thought it was Scotland Yard.
Mm-hmm.
And that he died. He was even part of Queen Victoria's security, and he caught pneumonia on the boat and died and stuff. It wasn't until I joined Ancestry.com that I looked it up, got his name, address, and everything else. And I found articles about him. His name was Clifford Harland, and he was the world's most famous private detective.
Oh, for heaven's sake!
My gosh!
And he had a detective agency that exclusively worked on cases of all of these exploited girls and women in London.
My goodness.
And his detective agency worked with the Salvation Army, which it sounds corny, but it wasn't corny. It was the social safety net of the world
Amazing.
for a time. And I found there's a magazine called Ripperologist. And Ripperologist had like a 3-page spread, I guess a total of 6 pages, on Clifford Harlan and Mrs. Brown's unusual detective agency or something like that. Scotland Yard's batting average for getting for rescuing one of these girls was like 1 in 400.
Not very good.
And Mrs. Brown's detective agency with Clifford Harlan, and they got a picture of him and everything else. Okay. Was astounding, like 80% of the cases
Terrific.
And
That's great.
He was a star. Okay. And I was finding all of this out while I was writing this story about Aleister Crowley in those same years. And it's the synchronicity of it as far as how my creative juices seem to be injected with the milieu of that period.
Yes.
Incredible. Gosh.
Was just so enriching. It was one of the most satisfying, genealogically satisfying things that ever happened to me.
That is very exciting, Lon. It is so exciting that you found that out. Yeah.
So
cool. That's awesome. So there again, there's a lot of reasons why the young adult crowd would be interested in this. What is it that you want people to know about Aleister Crowley that they probably don't know?
That he was as human as you and me.
Mm-hmm.
That he achieved some of the highest levels of spiritual experiences and levels of consciousness comparable to the experiences of holy men, holy women from time immemorial. And he did it in such a way that was almost impossible to understand at the time. there was a holy man called Ramakrishna. And Ramakrishna was the guru of Swami Vivekananda and modern Hindu mysticism and Vedanta all traces back to Vivekananda, or I mean, well, Vivekananda, but then Ramakrishna. And the guy was, from all outward appearances and lay understanding, just totally bonkers. Okay.
I didn't expect that one.
Oh, me neither.
And but in India, they're used to that.
Right.
They're used to that. They see people who are bonkers, and they wait before they make a judgment, because that bonker might be an incarnation of Vishnu right there.
Right. You better hold your tongue till you know.
Guess who's coming to dinner?
Yeah.
Crowley was like that, and his life is instructive as much for his spiritual triumphs as it was for his human frailties. And that is so reassuring.
Yes, it is.
When it finally clicks, he says, yeah, he's, I could be that crazy,
Right.
And, yeah. And
Yeah, so we can all reach these high altitudes of magical practice and still be a jerk, right? You can still,
That's
why
right.
not?
So yeah, if I could, get that across, and especially, I didn't spend time talking about his childhood. I didn't spend time talking. We just sort of drop this character into the world, and we understand his background a little as the story proceeds. That now we understand why he was independently wealthy. Now, but right away, I just want you to see the character, the flamboyant, audacious, brilliant, witty, odd character, and then have it all unfold, and we go sort of back in time, and we there's a very magical and mystical storyline that runs through the whole thing. And there was a big magical duel. It's a legendary duel between MacGregor Mathers and Crowley, and I just pump that up for everything. Okay.
That's great. It's like something out of Harry Potter.
It is something like out of Harry Potter. Absolutely true.
Yes.
And I wanted to do it in a way that it may just appear at first that this is a historical thing with historical objective plots and storylines, and then slowly, maybe not so slowly, gets into this magical world and the magical realm. And so it just seems like something that could happen to anybody.
Yes, that's very relatable.
What it was, yeah.
Yeah. Well, where did he get his wealth from? Where did his money come from?
His father was a wealthy brewer.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
there's a famous beer called Crowley Ale.
Oh.
Okay.
Thanks.
And Crowley Ales, as a matter of fact, I was in England. Okay. I was in walking around High Wycombe, beautiful town. And in the ground, I almost stepped on it, was a bottle cap. And I picked up the bottle cap and it said Crowley Ale.
Oh my God. That's like a treasure
Definitely.
you found.
And so, and in England, the brewers all sponsored the pubs.
Mhm.
So you go to a pub, and that pub just serves one kind of ale or
Oh.
one brand. Okay.
Yeah.
So Crowley's father set up a string of Crowley ale houses in like mining towns.
Oh,
And
That's smart.
yeah,
Yeah.
sort of like Howard Johnson's. Okay. And and it's really odd because he didn't drink and he was a very conservative, like an evangelical Christian guy. Okay. And Crowley really loved his father because he was a late preacher. And so you can see Crowley's familiarity with the Bible and stuff. That's the only book he could read for years as a child.
Huh.
And so a lot of Crowley's own interpretation of mystical things still have this, the use of biblical characters, biblical stories, and things like that. He calls himself the Beast 666. It's because of his new understanding of what that was in a true mystical sense, from his familiarity with the Bible. And not just thumbing his nose at Christianity. Okay, Crowley was saying, yeah, this is the next step forward, and that B666 was kind of misunderstood back then. But how could you expect him to understand, because it was back then and this is now, you know? And so the gods of one age become the devils of the age previous.
Exactly. Yes.
And so, but we don't need to even get into all of that, as a setup. We just need to have the person of Crowley as the prima mater to start with, and all of the rest then becomes understandable, or at least.
Well, it's an adventure story. Isn't it?
Yeah. There's mountain climbing adventures, and there's magical duels, and there's a comic event that in real life really was a comic event, and it's called the Battle of Blythe Road.
Oh my God, what did they do?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you'll have to read the book.
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody get the book. My God. Please. This is a great book. It is an adventure story. It's very exciting and set in a time where it's, oh my God. It's so Crowley in that time period. I mean, today Crowley would be right at home, wouldn't he? But
yeah.
back then, oh my goodness.
Yes.
Yeah.
He kind of stood out.
A lot.
What I love about the Marx Brothers movies is because you've got the Marx Brothers always placed in the middle of stuck-up posh society.
Yes.
Right.
I love those shows. I'm dating myself now.
And that's pretty much Crowley. Crowley was like the
Like
walking
that.
Marx
Mhm.
Brothers in that that time period.
What a great analogy. I never would have put that together, but you're right. That is, yeah.
Did he ever marry?
So, well, I hope it does okay, because it's the first thing like this that I've done.
Okay.
Well,
And,
you know, I'll tell you what, though, it already has done well. And it will just continue to grow. The more you talk about the book with audiences like ours, they're all going to get curious and want to read this book. And so, and plus, you know, your publisher, this is very important information. They don't publish fiction. However, when we approach them with your book, and you have a long-standing relationship with these people, and they absolutely love you, they decided to start a whole new division just with your book to handle fiction. So that's how much they believe in this book, and you and Jim, to have this come to fruition this way.
I think it's
Such
fabulous.
a fabulous story.
That is-
But they know. I mean, they're not. You knew they wouldn't take it if they thought it was going to fail. They knew it was going to be great.
well, please, everybody, don't let them down.
Don't let them down.
Please buy
Please,
multiple copies.
do it for me. Do it for the good folks at Weiser.
Yes.
Did
That's-
Aleister Crowley ever marry?
Oh, many times.
I mean, in a real relationship instead of these hit and misses.
You could probably say the closest thing to him actually falling in love head over heels. He did it a lot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was he
And,
hello?
He was swept away numerous times.
well, most you know, I brought up Ramakrishna. Okay.
Yes.
And Ramakrishna, when he fell in love, his wife was the goddess. He fell in love with Divine Mother. She was the incarnation of Divine Mother. Okay. Crowley did the same thing, and in Crowley's style, he called the woman he was currently in spiritual love with his Scarlet Woman.
Oh.
And everybody goes, "Oh, how evil that sounds!" Oh, yeah.
Oh.
No, yeah, he's just bonkers, like Ramakrishna. Yeah. So they were very important to him. It's like that active passive thing that I was talking about with the whole. He couldn't be who he is, or he couldn't do what he needed to do for the universe without that, without a woman in his life. Okay. And so he just fell gaga in love with his first wife, Rose, and he didn't marry her because they fell in love. He married her to rescue her. She was the sister of his friend Gerald Kelly of the Royal Society, who was a widow whose elderly husband, who her parents made her marry young, he died, and they were getting ready to have her marry another guy like 60 years older than she.
Oh my.
And she was a frisky gal. She was a frisky. Okay, she
loved life.
Yeah.
She didn't want some old geezer.
and And Crowley was golfing with her brother up in Scotland, and who told Crowley this sad story. And he says, "Hey, before she marries that old guy that she doesn't want to marry, I'll marry her.
Wow.
I'll marry her, and she can go off to London and have as many lovers as she wants. I don't care." Because in England at that time, at that level of society, it was a scandal for an unmarried woman to have an affair.
Okay.
Okay. But at that level, a married woman could have discreetly as many affairs as she wanted.
Well,
Okay.
la-di-da.
Yeah. If you ever watch The Duchess of Duke Street, okay, a wonderful masterpiece theater thing, you'd see what that's about, because marriage at that level was seldom a romantic thing. It was a social thing. And if you're unmarried,
Political.
you weren't adult enough to discreetly have affairs. So Crowley says she can be a properly married woman, of a person of her class, and no one will mention a thing when we won't live together or anything else. Okay.
How about that?
And they got married in Scotland. They eloped in Scotland, and her train wasn't going to leave for London for about 5 hours. So they went to the hotel to have dinner. They got drunk.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
This is in the book too.
Okay.
Little hanky-panky.
This is in the book. And they kind of fell in love. They got, moon eyes over dinner. And they said it'd be a shame not to consummate this. You've been so kind to do this for me.
Yeah.
A reward. They got themselves a room. They fell in love. The train left
Without them.
He never made her train, and they went on an extended honeymoon. Crowley wanted to make love under every romantic moon in the world. He said something like that. And it was during that honeymoon where they spent a night in the king's chamber of the Great Pyramid, where they consummated a child. He got her pregnant in the king's chamber of the Great Pyramid.
That's amazing.
And just shortly thereafter, she started to fall into trances, and said the gods have a message for you, Al. And that was the opening act in the reception of the Book of the Law. That Crowley channeled, and it was all because of her. And that was Crowley's divine mother. And literally, she was being a mother, and it's the aeon of the child. Okay.
Fascinating.
I even set that up in the book.
Wow, there's just so many aspects to all of this. So exciting. Yeah. This is a wonderful book, wonderful story. And you have pieces of it that are in fact true. Now tell us, because I know. Yeah. So they had how many children did he end up having at the end of the day?
Oh, gee. I don't know. I think a total of 4.
Oh, okay.
And like lots of kids in those days, Poupée didn't. I guess she was 3 or 4. She got cholera. I think it was cholera or something, and died. I believe Oh, we were friends with one of his grandchildren, who was a fabulous jazz pianist.
Hmm.
And he just died recently. So they didn't, he couldn't really say that he had family life. Okay. But neither did a lot of bohemian artist type people
Right.
in those days. Crowley was friends, and one of Crowley's Scarlet Women was Marie Desty, who was Isadora Duncan's private secretary.
Oh my.
And then there was Leah Herzig, a wonderful artist. And there was Layla Waddell, the New Zealand concert violinist. And he had so many adventures. We could have a 10-year series.
Yes. You could. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
he was in Russia before the revolution, and all sorts of stuff. So.
That's fantastic. Gosh.
He did not have a boring life. There's no question about that.
No, not boring. What did he die from?
I guess we would say, what is it, COPD or emphysema.
Oh.
Yeah, and probably congestive heart failure because of that. He had asthma all his life.
Oh.
He was kind of a sickly child. He had asthma, and that's why he wanted to be athletic. That's why he wanted to climb mountains, sort of like Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Tried to physically overcompensate for,
Right.
And, he had terrible asthma, so severe that he would periodically almost suffocate.
Oh my God.
And to keep him from doing that, he was prescribed heroin.
Oh.
People say, he died a heroin addict. No, he lived because he was a heroin addict. Okay. And 72 is a nice ripe old age for somebody born in 1875.
Definitely.
And
issues.
Yeah.
But it was totally legal. I mean, everything was prescribed. The man that initiated me into the O.T.O, Grady McMurtry, was with Crowley in Hastings about 1944, 1945. And they were playing chess in Crowley's flat. And Crowley had a coughing fit because he also smoked the most foul smelling Perique tobacco. But anyway, he had a coughing fit and he stopped breathing.
Oh no.
And so Grady said he went like that, and he got up, and Grady tried to help him up, and he waved him away. And while he was not breathing, he went to the mantelpiece and got out his little kit, his little leather kit with a glass syringe.
Oh God.
Glass.
Wow.
Just looked like something out of Young Frankenstein.
Yeah.
And a glass syringe, and it took him a while to get everything and to do that. Okay, all the while he wasn't breathing, and he injected himself.
Oh God.
And he said, in just a few seconds after injecting himself, he went, got his breath back. And that is not recreational drug.
No, that's
Okay.
not at all. No.
Frightening to see.
Yeah.
I had no idea they used heroin for asthma, but it does make sense now that you're talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But people were so quick to label him as evil and bad and mean and all these things that he wasn't.
Yeah, he was flighty, and he had his cocaine periods.
Mhm.
That's why a lot of his writings during the cocaine periods seem to have a conspicuous lack of punctuation. But it was still good stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And the digressions were as good as the main themes.
Oh goodness.
Oh,
Well, this
Yeah.
has got to be made into a movie. I'm sorry, but it does. There's
true. I agree.
two things have to be made into a movie. This book and My Life with the Spirits. My
Yes.
favorite book of yours from all time. That's how we met. And oh my God. Now that book also, everybody, if you haven't read it and you haven't listened to the audio book, you are missing out on an hilarious book. I remember reading that and I was lying in bed and my husband was sound asleep and I just burst out laughing so hard I fell off the bed. And my husband was like, "What are you doing?" "I'm reading Lon's book, My Life with the Spirits, the funniest thing I've ever read." And it was the part where you got the cinnamon oil in your eye. And oh my God, it's hilarious. I'm sure it wasn't hilarious because it burned your eye, but oh my God. Great book, everybody. My Life with the Spirits. It's available today in book form and in audio form. So you can get that one too.
The name on it is fabulous.
Yes.
Oh, thank
Done
you.
it down.
So, my gosh, Lon, you're the best. We always have so much fun with you.
For
Thank
sure.
you. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, we're going to keep talking about your book. I'm going to be doing a TikTok about it and get it out to all of our listeners there. We have a pretty big following there now. Thanks to PK, we went viral. And so, yes, 356,000
Oh my.
people.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well,
Yep.
if every one of them would just buy just two.
Yeah. That's right. If all of them just bought two, can you imagine? Yes, I can. But it is
Friends
great.
may stop by. Father's
Yes.
Day is coming up.
Oh,
too.
Father's Day, great book for fathers.
That's a good idea.
Great book for sons.
Yeah.
It's a great
Summer
book.
reading.
Do both. Yeah, do both. Great cover too. Joel, can you put the cover up for us, please?
Yes. I love it.
Lon can put the cover up. Young Aleister Crowley. They did a nice job designing that.
They
That's
did.
terrific. Yes. Fantastic book. Beautiful cover. Oh my. Well, what's your next book before we end tonight, Lon? I know you've got another one coming out, you said.
Yeah. I'm working on the Book of Uncommon Prayer.
Ah,
Interesting.
it's interesting. You're just full of brilliant ideas. I love it.
Well, we'll see. Hopefully, I'll have more young Aleister Crowley scripts to work on.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. Well, everybody, thank you so much for joining us tonight. This has been great fun with the master. And go out and buy that book, Young Aleister Crowley, Revolt of the Magicians, and share it with all your friends. Have them buy some. Your family buy some. Everybody.